Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little Sephora order and I thought it would be so fun to film a get ready with me with some new makeup to Sephora. I posted a similar video to this on Saturday and I had so much fun with that video, so I'm really excited to do this again. If you haven't seen Saturday's video, highly recommend checking it out, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. So there are some really good things in this box. And I mean, I feel like I should keep you guys waiting. So the first thing we're going to do is our eyes. And so I got two eye products. I got the new Patrick Ta Neutral Eyeshadow Palette. This is the Major Dimension Eyeshadow Palette. I don't know, I just wanted to treat myself to this. And I also picked up one of the eyeliners because I figured that it would be nice and creamy. I don't know, something about the marketing for that eyeliner totally sold me on it. So let's start off with the eyes, and this is what the palette looks like. I'm sure you guys have seen it already, but you know what? It's so fun. So there is the palette. It's so luxurious looking, and it kind of reminds me of the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 like limited edition packaging. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. I don't want to wreck it by swatching it. But it's basically 5 mattes and then 5 shimmer type shades and then 2 cream shadows, which are like nice mid-tone colors. So I think you could use those as an eyeshadow base or just as a creamy eyeshadow. So I already primed my eyes. So I think I'm going to try one of the shades in the crease and see how it blends. Maybe this brush. This looks good. So I'm going to use the Refer #1 brush. It's like a blending brush, but it has a taper to it. So I'm going to go into the shade. Which one is this? I think it's called Abundance. And excuse the chip nails because I wanted to get dip nails, but it's a long story. Anyway, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go into the crease and I'm going to slowly start to smoke it out. Okay, it definitely doesn't look as dark on the lid as it did in the pan. I was a little bit worried because I'm like, what about like lighter skin tones? This color looks really dark. Like, how are they gonna cope? But it actually is blending out to a very neutral brown shade. So I'm just going so ham and just blending that all over the crease. I can't wait to wear this to my retail job because I know that this palette's gonna fit right in there. So, perfect. Picking up the product now for this eye. Okay, so I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to go into the darker cream shade. And I'm just going to put that on the outer corner just to see if it has a difference in pigmentation. Or at least if it's noticeable. I am curious to know how long these eyeshadows will last though, because it's just a little flap covering them and I don't know that that's going to really seal it from drying out. But I will say on my skin tone, I can see a difference between the lighter shade and the darker shade. So take that with a pinch of salt on how I feel about that, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. And then I just need like a fluffy blending brush. I think I might use, I'm going to grab this Sigma E45 and I'm going to go into this shade right here called Absolutely. Right here. That's so pretty. I feel like this is such a perfect like modern neutral palette. Like, yes, it looks like every other neutral palette, but with the packaging and stuff, it just looks so sophisticated. I mean, compared to like the Soft Glam, you know? I mean, the Soft Glam was like very pretty when it launched, but now I feel like between like Sigma and their beautiful packaging and this Patrick Ta one, I feel like I definitely see like a 2021 version of a neutral palette taking shape here. So I'm just coating this brush with that shade and then just blending it over top of the cream eyeshadow. I feel like if you have a very busy life, just those two and you'd be good to go. But obviously we're not just gonna stop there. I am going to grab this flat brush and go into the shade, this one called Scandal, and I just want to use that on my brow bone. There isn't really a very light brow bone matte shade. I know some people, well, I guess you could use this one. Maybe I'll use that. Oh, sorry. I think I grabbed the wrong shade. The shade Scandal, yeah, that's a good brow bone shade for people that love having a matte brow bone. I accidentally grabbed the wrong shade, so this brow has a little bit of an orange tint to it, but we can blend that away. So I posted a very controversial opinion on my Instagram stories the other day, but I had watched a really good analysis of the costumes in the new Cruella movie, and I really liked this YouTuber I was watching. And of course, feel free to disagree with me. I'm not a fashion expert by any means, but I really liked what she said because she compared it to the 1996 live action 101 Dalmatians with Glenn Close, and she said how much she really enjoyed how they brought Cruella to life as a villain and a puppy killer with the costuming, because she wore a lot of furs in that movie. And it was something I didn't even think about when I watched the current movie with Emma Stone. And so I thought it was very interesting because she made this comment about how Emma Stone was kind of presented as a punk Cruella. Like, a lot of her costuming had a lot of elements of punk with like the rips and the badges, and like even if you watch like when she's a little kid, her like school uniform transitioning. And she was saying how Cruella didn't really have like she wasn't like really fighting the power. She wanted to become the power. So it was very interesting. I hope I'm like explaining it properly, but if I can find the video I watch, if you guys are like geeky into costumes and like fashion like that, I would definitely check out this YouTuber's channel. I can't even remember her name, but I know I'm subscribed to her, so I will find the video. And I just thought it was fascinating, and it was such a different way to look at it, because I was like, whoa, that's a really interesting perspective. So figured I'd share that random tidbit with you guys. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into this dark brown shade called Transition. I really hope I'm saying the right names. And I'm gonna put that on the outer corner. I feel like this is like such a perfect palette for people that love like a neutral palette every day. Like, it's a really like a neutral palette. Like, you're not gonna get any secret hidden bells and whistles like, say, like the Natasha Zendo. I feel like some people that like color would still be able to kind of, you know, use that half like neutral, half colorful-ish kind of vibe. But this is neutrals. You're not getting anything else from this palette in my very humble opinion. I don't know if it's because I used the cream base, but the dark shade is looking real patchy. It's looking real patchy in my crease right now, and I don't love that for me. I'm gonna grab this BK Beauty brush. They sent me this one, 203, and see if I can blend the dark brown shade. What the heck? I feel like I should be able to use the dark brown shade in the outer corner, and I'm not enjoying how this is blending. Wow, this is not, it's not cute. It is not cute. Oof, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm trying to like just press the dark shade on so that I don't have to blend it, because it's so patchy. But I have a feeling that it's definitely the cream base, because I can see it's like sticking, but not in like a good way. I know I'm going to be able to save this look though, because shimmers always pull things together. So let's go ahead and try out a shimmer shade on the lid. I think I'm going to go with this shade. It looks so delicious. I believe it's called Lavish. And I'm going to pick that up with the flat brush I used on my brow bone. I don't know why I was expecting the metallics to like knock my socks off, because I feel like so many videos I've seen, I haven't watched any videos, but I feel like all the thumbnails are like, we love this palette, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna love this palette, everybody loves this palette. And for the price point, I'm not sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some Patrick Ta products I really like his blushes. But this, oh boy. Like, it's okay, but is it like $60 okay? To me, not so much. I'm shocked. I thought I was really gonna like this palette because I've seen so many people raving about it, but not so impressed. Anyways, I primed my face with the watermelon primer from Glow Recipe, and now I'm going to use one of my new favorite foundations. This is the Glowish foundation. This was in Saturday's video, and this is in the shade Extra Tan 09. And I just use a brush with this. I feel like this has a good amount of coverage for a skin tint, like a really good amount of coverage. So you'll be able to see how much it covers. And I felt like it was really good the way it lasted too. This is my third time wearing this particular foundation. Yeah, I'm very happy with this so far. Only having worn it 3 times. I did also wear this like outside because I went and sat in our kiddie pool, like our inflatable pool outside for like a couple of hours, and it held up really nicely. So pretty impressed by the longevity as well. And I love how glowy it is. So I feel like that looks pretty good. And then I've been loving this concealer for the summer, and I have been loving applying this with the Zoeva concealer brush that I picked up from Beauty Bay. I will definitely be picking up another one when I place another Beauty Bay order in the future, because it's really a cool brush and it has a cool shape. It has like an angle to it. It's really good at getting right in my under eyes. Quick review on that in case you guys were ever curious about that concealer brush. Okay, time to try the eyeliner, so let's do that. This is the Patrick Ta eyeliner in the shade Black, and it has a little point to it. Wow, it's really pigmented, so that's nice because I hate eyeliners. I really have to tug on my lower lash line, my waterline, and this one was really nice and smooth, so I really like that so far. We'll see. I'm gonna do my lower lash line with this pencil brush. So I'm gonna go into that dark brown shade again in this palette, and we're just gonna smudge the eyeliner a bit with that. And I'm only doing that on the outer corner. And then I'm going to take this shade, the chocolatey brown, and I'm going to place that on the inner half. And because we all love a nice inner corner pop, I'm going to go into that light shade and throw that in my inner corner. It's a very dense formula, so I just like dug my brush in because it was not picking up a lot of product until I like literally dug the brush in. I definitely feel like I need to swatch this palette because neither the mattes nor the metallics are blowing me away right now, and I don't know if it's because of the cream eyeshadow that I used as the base. I'm gonna set my under eye with the ABH powder. I really like the Sigma brush for under eye powder. This is the F64, and it's like a big old blending brush, but it's big, so it fits nicely for the under eye. Okay, I don't love my eye look. I'm sorry, I just don't. I'm so surprised. But anyway, let's just put that aside for now. And we need to do some blush and bronzer and stuff, so let's do that. So I got his bronzer that looks like that in the shade medium dark. I got a blush called Poppy Pink that looks like that. And then I got the highlighter called Honey that looks like that. And I got a cream blush in the shade Raspberry, and this is like a not for the faint of heart pink, so we're gonna try that out. But I wanted to see what his products were like because I haven't bought anything from them recently. So I have this BK Beauty 107 brush, and I'm gonna go into the bronzer. I'm gonna get a nice coating of bronzer on here. I feel like I've had such good luck with bronzer these days. Like, I have really high expectations of bronzing products. This brush is very soft. I typically like to have a little more density with my bronzer brushes, but that's okay. I would have gotten his contour stick, but honestly I don't contour enough to warrant that purchase, so I just went with the bronzer. There is the shade on my skin. This is medium dark, and I'm not sure if this is the one before the last shade, but I will let you know on the screen because I'm not sure. So feeling very bronze, but nothing wild. Like, it's nice. It's not like, whoo, run out, buy this right now. Okay, we're gonna do a cream blush. I'm nervous. I am gonna use this Real Techniques brush, which is like my favorite cream blush brush. And we're going over powder. Ooh, she's pigmented. I was really going outside my comfort zone with this color, as you can tell. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop there before I go like full-blown clown. And this does roll all the way down. That's kind of fun. I mean, it's different. I don't really have a blush stick like that except for the Hourglass ones, and I haven't used those in a while, so... And it's dry too. That's cool. And I'm just gonna go over it with the blush, the powder blush I bought. And I'm gonna use this Sigma brush, and this is the shade Poppy Pink. Apparently the pink was really in full force when I was shopping for the Makeup by Mario, because I buy so many corals. I was trying really hard not to buy the same coral shade like for the 100th time in my collection. And I know some people love a pink blush. They don't like a coral blush. So there is the powder on top. And now for the most exciting step, try the highlighter, which is this shade called Honey. Now, the one thing I will say, and I did think of this even as I was looking at his packaging, it's cool that he picked white because I feel like most pro lines come in black packaging. And I feel like the reason most pro line makeup comes in black packaging is because white looks so much dirtier than black, and I can only imagine like a makeup artist if they show up with a kit that's like dirty and all the makeup's kind of looking like it's covered in more makeup. I feel like that's a bad look for a makeup artist. So I feel like for being kind of like a pro makeup artist line, I get the aesthetic of the white, but I feel like I've only used all these products once and it's already picking up like the eyeshadow that fell on my table, and like it's kind of making them look really messy. I don't know. I feel like the white packaging was maybe not the best idea, but who am I to comment on that? I'm not Makeup by Mario, so that's just my random 2 cents. But I just grabbed this AOA Studio F19 brush, and I'm gonna go into the highlighter. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I picked up a lot, so I needed to dust it off. Okay, she glowy. She glowy. It's a very, I don't want to call it crumbly, but it's got a lot of shimmer. So Prepare to Glow. Like this color. And it's applying, like it's spreading really nicely, so that's a good thing. There is the highlighter. Should I put more on? My camera stopped recording. I think it was blinded by the highlighter, but that was rude. That was rude, camera. So anyway, that is what the Makeup by Mario products look like. I'm gonna do my brows. I'm gonna put some mascara on, and then I will be right back to talk to you guys about my first impressions on all the products I just tried out. Okay guys, so I finished up my makeup. I did add the Sigma lip oil in the shade, this is Tint. Yeah, it's just called Tint. I love it. It's like the nude shade and it's so comfy and it's glossy, and this is a new product that they're launching. So I just saw that they're teasing it on their Instagram, and now you know it's a lip oil. So I'm so excited. I have all 4 shades here, but this is the one I've been really gravitating towards, and it's super duper comfy. Okay, so as far as my thoughts go on some of these new products that I decided to try, I really like the eyeliner. It was very creamy. I'm very excited to continue playing with this. I feel like I haven't really been consistently wearing black eyeliner in my waterline, but I might try and do that more often because I really like the defined look it gives me in the waterline. It's so funny because the last few weeks I've been thinking of how I used to wear like a wing liner look like every day pretty much, like maybe in 2019, and how I really don't do that as much anymore. So I thought that was kind of fascinating observation that I made over the last couple of weeks. Because yeah, I hardly reach for my black eyeliners, especially the liquid pens that I have that I like to use to create a wing. So I don't know, I just thought I'd throw that in. I am very interested to continue trying the highlighter, the blush, and the bronzer from Patrick Ta. I feel like I went really ham with trying to pick colors that were outside of my comfort zone, so I'm not sure how much I love the pink shade, but I thought it would be fun for the summertime. This blush formula is nice. I mean, I've only used it once, so I can't tell you too much about it, but I like that it's in a stick, and if you're like a no muss, no fuss kind of gal, I would imagine that you could just apply it with your fingers. I did use it with my favorite Real Techniques brush, and I had no problem with it. And I also like that it dried down and it didn't stay sticky on my face, which was huge. And I was able to apply it on top of the powder bronzer, which is a good thing, I feel like, because some blushes don't do as well on powder products, and I know brands will go out of their way to advertise that because people, I don't know if people just think you can't like layer like a powder over a cream, but that was one thing with Patrick Ta's blush line where he said you could layer the cream over the powder, and that's how he preferred to apply his blushes. So personally, when I do powder first and then a cream, I'm not too concerned, but I think everybody has like a different level of comfortability with that, and some people just don't like to mix the two. And personally, it doesn't bother me, so I just do it like whatever's convenient to me. The highlighter is very beautiful. This kind of reminds me of like Champagne Pop, honestly. It has like that beautiful like peachy golden vibe, and it feels like it has like a very like almost like a glitter, but it's really not. It's just like a beautiful sheen. So I'm very excited to continue trying that. The bronzer, powder bronzer, was like a meh to me, honestly, because it was okay, but I've been buying so many bronzers. I don't feel like this one stands out like over the other ones, but it's a nice option. And then the blush was nice too, but again, the pink color might have not been the best choice for me, but I'm trying to get outside my comfort zone. So anyway, that's that on that. As far as the eyeshadow palette, I feel like this is like the most expensive item in my little haul, and I feel like it's okay. Like, I have very specific taste when it comes to eyeshadow. I love a creamy eyeshadow. I love a creamy matte formula. I love a creamy shimmer shade. I love creamy metallics that just glide onto my lids, and I feel like this is not that formula for me. I don't know if you can see, it kind of has like a I don't want to call it flaky, but if you can see the texture, it kind of has like almost like a metallic foily kind of look, but it's that formula where it doesn't just glide on, and so you have to like really layer it up, which it's fine. It's just that I have other formulas I like better. So for example, like the new What's Up Beauty brand. Like those metallics just like whoosh. And I feel the same way about like the Alien Cosmetics Lure palette that I just tried. The Sigma palettes, like the metallics just glide onto your lids. Same with like Natasha Denona. I just prefer metallics that are like opaque in one coat versus metallics that you have to like build up. And I felt like this definitely is a formula that I had to build up. I also feel like the cream eyeshadows kind of sabotaged me because it didn't layer as seamlessly as I expected with the matte eyeshadows. So I'm very, very curious to see if my opinion changes if I leave the cream eyeshadows out, because typically I'm very comfortable with a cream to powder formula. Like the Natasha Denona ones work fine, and then you can go in with her matte eyeshadows or her shimmer shadows and they layer really great together. I don't know that this formula, the cream formula, played very well with his powder eyeshadow formula, so that's something I need to do some more research on, and I'll be able to do that just by playing with the palette some more and trying out different combinations. So those are kind of like my first impression thoughts. I think all the products are really nice. They're lovely. I'm happy I bought them. Nothing is like knocking my socks off where I'm like, you need to run to the store now. Like you need to go to Sephora right now and get this product, except maybe the eyeliner. Like the eyeliner was so creamy. So I'm very excited and I love this packaging. It's so beautiful. It looks very expensive. So that's the one thing that I think like really blew my socks off, because I was expecting it to be creamy and it was creamy. So that makes me happy. But everything else I feel kind of like, if I had to rate it, I'd give it like a 5 out of 10 or like a 6 out of 10, but it's definitely not like a 10 out of 10, like go get this right now kind of feeling. So that is it for my first impressions of some of the new makeup at Sephora. I bet some of you have already received these products in the mail with your orders and tried it out a bunch of times, or you went into store and picked these up. So let me know what your thoughts are. What are your favorites? What are you interested in? What are you passing on? There are so many new launches being announced every day so far in June, so I'm excited. My little makeup goblin is so pumped for all the new makeup releases, so I can't wait. You guys just stay tuned because there is a lot of new makeup coming my way to play with, and I can't wait because you guys know how much I love makeup. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video soon. Bye guys!